it's not only relationships, a lot of, you know, porn will destroy your quality of life too.
Mm.
That, like you said, you're afraid of it destroying, your marriage in the future. And yeah, that definitely is something to concern yourself with. But, I've really seen and really, my eyes have really been open to just how shitty it makes you feel about yourself
Mm.
and about, the like you just become so shameful and so, unmotivated. And I remember in one of your previous podcasts you had that clip where you were talking about like the I don't know what syndrome it was, but basically when dudes, you know, when men or women masturbate on a daily basis, they become in that like rat mindset where they just kind
Mm.
of that's all they're worried about. That's all they care about is their next dopamine release with their
Mm.
orgasm. And I that that really messes me up because I'm like, it's not only the quality of the relationships you have with others, but it's really your quality of life just goes down. Like, because how can you feel, pride when you're doing that all the time? It's just it's like it's an instinctual thing. Like children don't have to be taught that it's bad. They just know it's bad, and there's a reason for that. It's
Mm.
just instinctive. We know that this is something that is more than us. We know from even at 10 years old that sex is something else. So when we do it consistently, of course it's going to make us feel shitty because it makes us feel like we're wasting a lot of ourselves. And yeah, so that's what really motivates me to stay away from sex and like in intercourse terms. Like I'm still a virgin, just because yeah, like I want to be able to give it to the best person I can, my wife. You can only give
Mm.
it once, and if it means that much, then that is what I want to do. So like that kind of ties along with that. Like, it's just saving yourself, like, for not only saving sex, but just stopping masturbating. It has been crazy how much better I felt,
Mm.
and not just, about myself, but even physically. Like, I really do feel better. And yeah, it's just, nobody ever talks about that, and I think a lot of that is because it's not really researched that much. I don't know a lot of scientists who would want to, because of course everybody is affected by it. And so, that's really what I'm scared of is just, or that's really what scares me is all these people, just going down the drain because they just can't get out of it. And yeah, so yeah, it's just a lot for real.
Totally. Yeah, it's like when a rat has the option between food and mating, he'll just like continue to choose the sex until he's like starving, and he'll just continue to do it. And it's kind of like it just kind of shows like us males are hugely wired to like, well, sex is literally like the pinnacle of life, or like orgasming is the pinnacle of existence kind of for men. And it's like, but when you're able to
Oh,
get
yeah.
it within 5 clicks, 2 clicks, and then a few jerks, that, and then you can do it over and over again, and there's zero cost, and it takes very little time, or sometimes it takes a little bit of time, but it's like, it's really, it ruins, like you said, your state of being, because you're shooting for that high state of mind, but you didn't put in any effort to do so. And like that's kind of what life is about. You do something hard and you get something good in return. You go to work, you get something in return.
That's a good point.
You sacrifice now and you get it later.
You
You
get
put
that
in the effort to be vulnerable with a woman, then you might be able to, get her to want to be with you. It's like this is how it used to be. Now it's like, oh, just pressing the, it's like, oh, starting up the video game and getting the free hits, or starting up the porn and getting the free hits. And it's like, I find it, I totally agree. It's like, you're just low in motivation. You feel like trash. And also, because it's such a stigmatized topic, you're also now having to deal with that hell alone almost, because you don't want to tell anyone. And
Yeah.
that's just what makes it so much worse.